Hi, this is Diane Lovetobake, and what we're going to bake is glazed molasses cookies. So let's get started. In a large bowl, you'll want to put 1.5 cups of butter that's been at room temperature. Now, this particular recipe would probably be easier in your stand-up mixer. You can certainly do it by hand as I am, but it makes it a lot easier if you use the stand-up one. Okay, next what we're going to do is we're just going to cream that butter on high and make sure everything is smooth. And now we're going to start slowly putting in 2 cups of granulated sugar into the butter. This is a great tasting spice cookie. If you do like the taste of molasses and ginger, you're really going to like this cookie. Put a little bit more of the granulated sugar in. We want the butter and the sugar to cream together. That's the rest of the sugar. I want to make sure I get to the bottom of that bowl and work those sides. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to put in eggs. And you need 2 eggs, lightly beaten and at room temperature also. And we're going to put that in with the cream mixture and beat that in. And that was 2 eggs, slightly beaten. This mixture is going to become extremely smooth, as you can see, and I'm beating it on high. Alright, the next thing we're going to be putting in is, of course, molasses. And we're going to put in 1/2 cup of that. Get all of that out of my container. Alright, and now we're going to beat that in until it becomes smooth. And it'll start coming out a light golden brown color, the batter, the cookie dough. Sides of the bowl here a little bit. I want to get that all combined. Alright. And with my spatula, I'm just going to clean those sides up. Alright. I'll show you what we've got so far. Bring it all together, and as you can see, it's going to become quite thick at this point and dense, the batter. Okay, the next thing is we're going to start bringing in the dry ingredients, and we're going to be using 4 cups of all-purpose flour, a little at a time. And this is when you can really start appreciating using a stand-up mixer, because it's going to become very dense and a bit heavy to work this cookie dough. Yet these cookies come out very light. They bake up really a crunchy on the crisp on the outside, yet in the center they're quite chewy. So they're really good tasting cookie. Put a little bit more of the flour in. I probably have about 3 cups in so far. And we're going to now add baking soda, and you're going to put 2 teaspoons of baking soda in and start beating that in. You're also going to be adding 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. We're going to now put in 3/4 of a teaspoon of ginger. We're also going to add 1/2 teaspoon of ground cloves. And now I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the flour in. And mix that into the cookie dough. Once I get it combined a little bit, I'm going to raise the speed. There we go. And as you can see with the hand mixer, it struggles just a little bit. But it's still combining everything and bringing that cookie dough together. That aside. And again, I'm going to just make sure everything's combined and nothing's sticking to the bottom of that bowl. Okay, and now we have the cookie dough. It really smells so fragrant when you're making these cookies, as well as when you bake them. Your whole house will have this wonderful spice smell to it. All right. Now you're going to need, of course, a cookie sheet or baking sheet, and you won't have to spray it or grease it. You won't need any of that. And what you'll want to do is, I'm going to use my cookie scoop. This one is about 1 3/4 across, and I like to level it off so that I have every cookie the same size. Now, what I do, though, is I actually put it into my hand and then roll it into a ball. And then place it on your cookie sheet and space them about 1.5 inches to 2 inches apart. Now, the reason that you do want to round them off is that you don't want to flatten this cookie, because when it bakes up, it's going to flatten for you. And the reason we roll the cookie is so, again, when they bake, they'll have a little bit of a puffed top to it. If you don't want to flatten them, so just put them in like a rounded ball. And again, now if you want to make them smaller, you can make them about the size of a walnut size cookie. If you make them about 1 inch, you'll probably get about anywhere from 45 cookies to 48 cookies. The 1 3/4, you're going to come in maybe a little bit less than that type of thing. But it's a large recipe. It's going to make a nice amount of cookies for you. Now you're going to put these in, of course, a preheated oven at 350, and you're going to bake them anywhere from 10 to 12 minutes, or until they're done, of course, where the centers will be slightly soft. Okay, and watch them closely, because as we know, all ovens set up differently. Now I have some to show you that have been baked, of course, and this is how they're going to come out. Now these aren't glazed of yet, of course, but you can see the nice rounded top to them and this beautiful golden brown on the bottom of them. These cookies just come out so beautiful. Now these taste really good on their own, but you can actually make a glaze for them, and it's really easy. I usually take maybe 1.5 cups of powdered sugar and anywhere from 2 to 4 tablespoons of either milk or water, and then I just take the cookie, plop it in the glaze, roll off the sides like that, and put it on a cooling tray. till they dry. And they will come out looking like this once they've been glazed and the glaze has hardened. And then when you break them open, they're going to have this great chewy center, yet the outside of the cookie will be crisp. So what a great tasting cookie with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. There you have it, glazed molasses cookies. Give this recipe a try. I hope you like this one. If you do, let me hear from you. Leave a comment. And as always, thanks for watching, and please subscribe.